How are things going for you at left tackle? I know Kirby's challenged you to be a better leader. It's your first real fall as the starter there. How are things going for you this camp there?
It's always a work in progress, but I feel like, I've done enough to, push myself to be better. I can always be better in any aspect of life. So I just continue like every day to push myself in practice, push my teammates to be better. I try not to look at my own like individual action at left tackle. I try and it's all about the team. I'm not trying to, put everything on myself. So I'm looking forward to like seeing the team get better, seeing the team progress as a whole. So
this time last year when we were talking to you, or talking about you rather, it was, you're making a push to get in the starting lineup, fighting for playing time, you sort of got your feet under you. Where are you now in terms of your player development, in terms of being farther along and more established as a player?
I would say, in the same boat, just pushing myself to be better. Like, I'm working towards, the season because it's right around the corner. So, I'm pushing myself to be the best version of me as I can, as the left tackle and as like a leader of the team. So, I'm just trying to be that.
What does the best version of yourself look like?
Just coming hard, working every day, just trying to uphold the standard of the team, just never slacking, like don't come out sluggish, because the O-line, it's always been a physical unit. So, I just trying to keep up that tradition, be physical in the run game, be physical in the pass game, just keep it going.
Speaking of tradition, I believe my math is right. The previous three guys who played left tackle now in the league.
Yes, sir.
Is that something?
Yes, sir.
How much of that kind of thing do you think about when you're out there?
I really don't try to think about it too much, just because I still got to finish up here, like at University of Georgia. I feel like I haven't fulfilled my full potential here at Georgia, so I'm working towards that before trying to think about anything further along the way.
What last year, of course, I know you filled in for Jamari. I think 4 games, I think it was, into the season, right into the regular season. You got a chance there in the national championship game when you moved over to guard. I mean, just looking back on those opportunities to have that, what has that done for you moving forward to this season?
It just is like really just keep me on the grind. Like I still feel like I haven't accomplished anything here in Georgia. So. Like, because I'm trying to start from day one. So I want to be able to be in that starting lineup from day one, game one, all the way up to whenever we're done, and I feel like I'm able to do that, so I just come in and work and, stay prepared, mentally, physically, just trying to stay at my top shape just so I can be able to be that guy.
Biggest lesson you learned last year?
Biggest lesson? Composure. Just
talked about that before, I believe.
Just staying composed. Like don't get too big-headed. Like just stay within your zone. Like do what you feel comfortable doing, and just stick with it.
Talk about this offensive line as a whole now. I mean, I know the battle for guards is kind of what everybody's kind of looking at right now, but Warren there on the right side, all the experience he brings, and then Cedric there at center. I mean, just how does the continuity kind of come together for this group?
I feel like the O-line is, we're still progressing, but I feel we have an amazing unit. We got a lot of talent, a lot of physicality, a lot of skill sets going on. So I just feel like everybody on the O-line can contribute at any time, at any position. It's not just about one position. Like I know they say they're battling their guards, but everybody's working to get better every day. So we're just trying to keep that same mindset.
What makes Jalen Carter good?
JC, he's just a phenomenal athlete, like a great guy, phenomenal athlete, very, very physical, very strong. His technique is great, great guy to be around. And he comes to work every day. Like you'll never see JC slacking off. Like he comes in ready to work and like always on the go. Like you'll never see him sluggish, like off his game. Like he's a consistent athlete. Like he has all the physical athletic ability to do anything on the like inside, outside. Like he can do anything. He can play any position on the front line.
Do you think that effort level that he brings has sort of helped raise your own level of effort, knowing that you have to match that in practice all the time?
Yeah. I would say JC, being able to go against like the top guys on the D line is like helped me, and it also helps them at the same time. So we just come in ready to work, no matter who's in front of you. Like you're always competing. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be the first string, third string. You're just always working to better yourself in every aspect. So.
Now, got to ask you about Brock here. How is he as a blocker?
Brock is amazing. Like he just like JC, he's like the tight end of. He's like the JC at the tight end. You know, like he's a full package. So like I would just say like with him and everybody else in the tight end core, you know, we just have like it's a whole monster unit like, at tight end. So I feel good about it.
When did you sort of know last year, is there a play, a moment that, hey, this isn't your traditional freshman coming in here. This guy's a little bit different, a little bit better than usual?
I knew when he first stepped his foot on campus, like first practice, you know, he just came in like locked in, ready. He balled out, you know, kept a level head. He worked every day. Like you never seen Brock come in and not be ready to work. He was just hungry. He was always ready, always on his game. So he just kept that mindset going.
You talk about yourself being more consistent, Brock, Jalen. Is that sort of level of consistency, is that sort of contagious throughout the team, especially for young guys coming in where, oh wow, I saw how hard, you know, Jalen Carter, N'Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis, I saw how hard those guys worked in practice every day. I have to work to match that.
Well, yeah, that's the standard, you know, like coming in, you see everybody else working and you just don't want to be the one that's not working, you know, it just doesn't look right. So everybody, you have to uphold the standard within the whole team, no matter if it's a senior or a freshman or somebody that's not, you like, it doesn't matter if it's a 1 or a 3, everybody has to work. That's the mindset we got to have because everybody has to get better.
Can you talk about a little bit about the importance of versatility on this offensive line? I know a lot.
No belief within myself, you know, like knowing I will be able to accomplish my dream, you know. So like being able, and then you know with Jamari in front of me, you know, he was like a huge attribute to me because I was sitting behind him, but I was still learning like what to do and what not to do, things to look for. So he like even though I was behind him, I was still learning. Like he was still teaching me stuff. So it was.
What were the biggest things you learned from Jamari, I guess both on the field and maybe off the field, in terms of how to go about
physicality. Like, he was always physical, you know. So I try and take my game and I try and take my game and implement it like as his because he was so physical. So I just try and do the same thing, you know, be physical.
You talked about that in the spring that you wanted to be more physical. What sort of things have you done or worked to do to get more physical in your game?
I come in and work every day. You know, I'm hitting the weights more consistently. You know, like every day I'm trying to be in the weight room. You know, trying to get my body stronger, trying to get more flexible, more. You know, just it's just the small things. You know, and then it's always the mentality. You always got to have that dog mentality. So I try and keep that up too.
I wanted to ask you about one of the younger guys, Jared Wilson. Just what have you seen from him as he's gotten ready and going through fall camp?
Everybody, he's a great athlete. Like he's such a great athlete. Like he contributes to the whole line. So you know, it's not just one person, but he came in ready to work. So he's just keeping it up. Like he's doing it.
I've heard Coach Smart out there talking to you during practice saying he wants to see you lead. Just what is that sort of motivation like for you and trying to grow as a leader on this offense?
We just need more leaders on the team, you know, because most of our leaders left. So we just have to, you know, uphold the standard of the people that left and the people that are still here. You know, like everybody is still the same thing. This is still the University of Georgia. So like we try to hold everybody to the same standard.
For you personally, do you take on? Do you embrace being a leader? Is it something you kind of have to grow into?
I embrace it. You know, like coming out of high school, I was a top recruit. So it wasn't my first rodeo, like trying to be a leader. So, you know, it's something like that I've done before in my life. So it'll be all right.
Talking to Brock over there, as a tackle, you deal a lot with tight ends. You guys work together pretty closely. What's just your impression of kind of that room, all those different athletes, and how much do you guys actually have to work together when it comes to blocking and everything else that goes on?
Very talented group.
Yeah.
Everybody in there is very talented, can do anything, you know, like we have the size, we have the strength, like when it's me and the tight end working together, it's just straight domination. It's just we try and stay within our zone, you know, play physical and stay, you know, do what we have to do to win. So
Are they as different as they look? Because you see Brock one minute, and you see Darnell the next minute, and physically those guys look different, but I guess they all bring a little something.
Yeah, throughout the whole team, no matter what size, you gotta have that dog mentality. So we just, throughout the whole team, we keep up that whole same standard. You know, everybody gotta play physical. It's tough. We're at the University of Georgia, we're in the SEC. Like, if you can't play, you can't come timid trying to play in the SEC. Like, you have to be able to stay physical. You know, get banged up, but you still gotta play. You gotta know what to do and stick to the assignment.
You mentioned being a top recruit. What is that process like?